Hey folks, this has been one of them weeks. I am surprised and a little amazed at myself that I've made 3 videos in the last 3 days. Well, here's the thing. I've been watching and reading and listening to all this crap that's coming out of Washington, D.C., especially the speech that our illustrious leader, quote, I said illustrious leader, put out. And then I watched the scenes of Congress and watching Democrats get out and walk off because they were having a moment of silence for the people in Orlando. They just got up, walked out, and then they started hollering like a bunch of little kids, what about the bill? What about the bill? What about the bill? Trying to push their political agendas, trying to push through gun controls, trying to do this, trying to do that. Obama stands up there and says, well, there's no sense in politicizing the word radical Islamist. Okay. No sense in trying to politicize that. Then why are you trying to politicize gun control? If there's no sense in politicizing radical Islamists when, according to you, it's the JV team and they're kicking our ass and everybody's ass. Why? Because we don't have the guts or the leadership to do what needs to be done. You notice they've been staying the hell away from Russia. You notice they've left Russia the F alone. Why? Because they messed with Russia one time. Putin says, oh hell no. That's not going to fly. That's not going to fly at all. And he let them have it. And he didn't pull any punches doing it, which is the same damn thing we should be doing. This is the 3rd or 4th attack on American soil by Islamist radicals. Now, I said this before in one of my rants that I typed up. Here's the thing. To me, these people that are doing the killing and stuff, are not radical Islamists. They're the moderate Islamists. They're the ones that follow their religion to the letter. Now, the radical Islamists are the ones that wholeheartedly believe that their religion is a religion of peace and you should get along with everybody. Now, those are your radicals. Those are your radicals. You want to know why? Because there's very few of them. Those are your radicals. The rest of these people are moderate Islamists. They follow their religion to the letter. To the letter. Period, folks. But that's just my own opinion. You know, I've been around the world many times, and I've seen things that would curl people's hair, make it fall out, everything like that, while I was in the military. And here's the thing. Okay, gonna take guns away. We're gonna make it take the guns away. I just typed up a thing and posted it just a little bit ago. Now, my question is, and I think I can answer it. How in the world did this fool get in this nightclub without being checked out first? I mean, you just don't hide a rifle, a high-powered weapon, under your coat or under your t-shirt and not have it noticed. Even ones that break down are hard to stash and carry around under clothing without being noticed. They didn't ask this guy to open his jacket, turn around, let everybody take, let the people check in and IDs and stuff, have a look-see. No, they didn't do that. They just, oh, okay, you can go in, you're old enough. Let him go in. He danced for a little bit, trying to fit in. And all of a sudden, he produces his gun and he opens fire. Now, had that not been a gun-free zone, and we had 3 or 4 people in there with weapons of their own, I guarantee you the body count would not been near as high as it is now. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Why? Because those people with weapons would have seen where this was coming from, and they would have got him. They would have got him. Simple as that. They would have put a stop to that nonsense ASAP. But no, we have to have gun-free zones. Last I checked, this was America. And now I can understand a gun-free zone to a point. To a point, I can understand that. Like banks, gun-free zone. Yes, I agree with that. You don't want somebody going in there to do business and decide, well, hell with this noise. I want all the money in the all the money in the vault. No, you can't have that. Police stations, yes, I can understand that as a gun-free zone, except for authorized officers. I can understand that, and maybe 1 or 2 other spots, gun-free zones. I can understand that. But the rest of it, no, I don't understand it. I don't grasp it one little bit. That's just like at colleges. These kids are getting so mamby-pamby, that so pussyfied, so cowardly, that if somebody says something that they don't agree with, they are offended, and they have a special place where they can go and feel safe. A safe room. A safe building where they don't have to hear disparaging remarks. Well, I'm sorry. You're going to be graduating college. You're going to be out in the real world. You get a job, and you screw up. Your supervisor, if he's any kind of a supervisor, will take you aside where nobody else can hear it, and will chew you up one side and down the other and try and get you on the right track. But ones that are not good supervisors will humiliate you in front of everybody else, because that's just the way they are. They get their jollies that way. That's, we've all been down that road. All of us older people anyway, we've all been down that road. But these kids have got to wake up and smell the coffee. They think that they can have everything they want and not have to give up any of their rights and freedoms. But everybody else has to give up all their rights and freedoms just to make them happy. Well, it don't work that way. It does not work that way. It's not going to work that way. Now, I'm a Second Amendment person. You've got a right to carry a gun. You don't have, people say, well, you have to have a permit to carry concealed. I don't see that anywhere in the Constitution of the United States. Maybe it was in the fine print. I'll have to go back and look, but I don't think that's in the fine print. I guarantee you, if people realize, these Islamists and stuff start beginning to realize, or start learning, and people that are in the United States start learning that, hey, if you're carrying, you've got a chance to save yourself. You've got a chance to save somebody else. and their families, be you at a grocery store, be you at Walgreens, be you at the movies, whatever. If you're carrying, God forbid you should ever have to pull your gun in defense. God, or, or ever pull your gun offensively because you're pissed off about something. But these radicals, if they're not sure how many people are carrying guns in there, they're not going to go in and do that shit. Why? Because they don't know if somebody's going to shoot back. And they don't want anybody shooting back. That would defeat the whole purpose of terrorism. Because they would find out, well, hey, these people ain't scared of me. They're shooting back. Whoa, we can't have that. This is not going to do me any good. So, this is the thing, people. It's common sense. Gun-free zones are all right to a point. But a nightclub, okay, you want it gun-free? Then everybody gets a pat-down search before they enter that club. And I mean everybody. I don't care, you're male, female, transgender, gorilla, whatever. You get patted down. You get searched. You're not carrying anything you shouldn't be carrying. Your purse gets looked into. Your backpack gets looked into. You're not carrying anything? Okay, fine. Go in the club, have a good time, enjoy yourself. Enjoy the hell out of yourself. That's fine. But when you just do a cursory glance at somebody and check their ID card to see if they're old enough, you're not doing your job. You're not doing anybody any justice by doing your job half-assed. This is summertime. The nights in Florida are not that cold. So this guy, how in the hell did he get that goddamn high-powered weapon into that club? This is what I want to know. Obviously, he got it in. And if he did, somebody had to know he had it in there. Somebody had to know. So that tells me it was an inside job. And there was more than one terrorist. The guy that let him get that gun in there is a terrorist. He may have not have pulled the trigger, but he's a terrorist. Or people that let that guy come in with that weapon. They're terrorists. You may have not have pulled the trigger. You may not have done any of that. But you're still a terrorist. In my book. You're guilty by association. You knew what was coming down and you let it happen. You're guilty by association. But the thing I want to get through to everybody is, now that we've heard how Obama feels, and I'm hoping and praying, all you young liberals out there, and some of you older liberals, will wake up and see that this man is not a leader. And what he is preaching is a downfall of our country. Our American way of life. When saying, well, we don't need to be calling them radical Islamists. That's a political thing, and we don't need to politicize it. But let's politicize taking the guns away from law-abiding American citizens. Yeah, let's politicize that, but let's not politicize the animals that are going into nightclubs, going into schools, going to marathons and blowing up pressure cookers, going to malls, shooting people randomly, helter-skelter, just because that's what they want to do. Because Allah told them to do it. We have got to change our way of life radically, people. We've got to let Washington know we're done with the crap. And I'm praying that you liberals, you Bernie supporters, have woken up enough to say, hey, now we can't be having this crap go on all the time, because it's going to happen again. And you think 50 was a high number this time? No, I'm sorry. 50 is not going to be a high number this time, or the next time. 50 won't be a high number the next time. It's going to be more people. It's going to be bombs planted and take out hundreds of people. And we've got to stop this. We've got to stop it in its tracks. We've got to get it out of our country. We can't be having this crap go on any longer. No, I basically lost track of what I was going to say. I got so much going through my head. It's been one of them days. I'm just so aggravated at the leadership I'm seeing coming out of Washington, D.C. And these are people that we want. Even Hillary Clinton. Well, we're going to do away with the Second Amendment. She didn't say it in them words, but that's exactly what she meant. She will not call ISIS what it is, radical Islamic terrorists. She won't call it that. They're her buddies because they put millions and millions of dollars in her pocket. Millions and millions of dollars into her pocket. Things have got to change, folks. And we as Americans have got to make that change. I'm telling you right now, don't wait till November. You wait till November, it's going to be too little, too damn late, because there won't be any elections come November. I guarantee that. What's going to be going on in November is it's going to be a revolution. It's going to be us against them. And I'm sorry to say it, but I see it coming. I see it coming. Our forefathers seen it coming, because they had the balls and the guts to warn us. Do not let your government get too big. Once your government gets too big and controls too much, that's tyranny. And your freedom is non-existent. Your rights are non-existent. They said it. The founding fathers said it. I don't think there's one of them that didn't have some quote telling us to watch our government. Make them toe the line. I don't think there's one of them that didn't say it and have it written down someplace. But yet we have turned a blind eye to what's been going on for the last 30, 40 years. We've turned a blind eye to it. It's time to say, no, you guys have been doing this too long. I say that we go in there and every state in the union revotes on their senators and congressmen, and we get them all out of there. These guys that have been in there 30 years or longer need to go bye-bye. If you've got more than 2 terms in Congress or the Senate, it's time for you to go. You've been here too damn long. You have lost touch with the American people. You've lost touch. You are no longer our representatives. You're out to make a buck. You want more money. We want more money. We need to be paid more. No, you don't. You do nothing to earn your paychecks. I say if you got $40,000 a year, you're being overpaid. You know who needs $174,000 a year? You know who needs $174,000 or $200,000 a year? It's that dog-faced soldier, that sailor out there laying his life on the line every single day so the rest of us at home can feel safe and know that we're protected. Those are the ones that need that kind of money. Not you. Not you, Congressman. Not you, Senator. Not you, President. You don't need it. Because your job might be stressful, but your job does not lead to taking a bullet, going down with your ship, putting yourself in harm's way for the protection of the people back home. No, your job does not require that. So, my fellow Americans, wake up, say enough is enough, and let's have our elections now. And that means every senator, every congressman, every one of them. You're up for re-election this time, and we got to do it now. Because if we keep mamby-pambying around, it's going to be too little, too damn late. And then you're all going to be crying. All you liberals are going to be crying, well, I don't have a right to do this. I don't have a right to do that. And all us independents and conservatives are going to be sitting over there looking at you going, we tried to tell you. You wouldn't listen. You thought everything that come out of their mouths was just the golden truth, the golden word. And now, here you sit. So, shut up. Y'all have a good day. Take care. God bless, folks.